Hey YouTubers, Christopher Wanamaker here doing a new financial literacy advice video on the specific topic subject of reevaluating and fine-tuning one's financial position in a couple of different areas of one's life. So this is going to go into three specific kind of areas. It's just a little extra, hints, tips, and tricks when it comes to your personal household financial literacy that I've recently, thought about and learned about and came upon. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So one of the very first things that I want to go into is a certain experience happened to me just very recently. I took my mom out about a week ago to a medical appointment, and then I took her out to a restaurant. We were going to go see a movie, the new Captain America, and everything. And a certain situation arose. We went out to eat to a Chinese restaurant, and I used my wallet and I paid with a credit card and all that. And then we realized we couldn't go to the new Captain America. It would have started like 30 minutes into the movie, so we just went home. About 24 hours later, the very next day, I'm working on trying to pull out all my emergency cash money, several $100s worth that I have in my bug out bag, to use to buy an item for my mother to help with her disability with her MS. It's getting worse. And so, to help with her mobility issues, we were getting going from a solid queen size bed that I've had for like 15 years with a bed frame to a twin size purple mattress with an adjustable twin bed frame with remote control. And so the guy wanted like $600-ish, and so we checked it out. She liked it. She tried it out. She wanted it, but so I always have several $100s in my bug out bag. So I pull out the cash to be able to use that, and the person who we're going to buy it from is going to deliver it a couple days later. So I'm pulling out the cash, and then I go to grab my wallet, which I usually keep in my inner coat pocket, and couldn't find my wallet. So I am like, oh no. And I'm trying to retrace my steps the past 24 hours. I went to the grocery store earlier that day to grab some medication from a pharmacy for my mom. And, so I went there to see if they found a lost wallet. Did it fall out of my, coat pocket? And, and then, I called up the Chinese restaurant. Last time I remember using one of the cards and everything, and they checked their parking lot. Nobody's seen it and all this. I'm searching all over the place, tearing my apartment up for about 2 hours. And when I can't find it, I decide to go ahead and cancel my three different credit cards and my one debit card and request, being reissued. So then it's like the only money I have now is my cash money. So I went ahead, and when I went in the system, I did the debit card as priority mail. That took several days to get, and then for $20 charge, I got one of my higher credit limit credit cards sent to me right away. So I got both of those at the exact same time on the same day. And then it took a couple more days for my other two credit cards that was going to do normal mail, 7 to 10 days, and I just got those today. So but then, what I did is I have what you would call a decoy wallet. And why do I have a decoy wallet? Well, because when I was in Colorado Springs, Colorado, several years ago, I was a Lyft driver, and there were two different times that I got robbed, one at knife point, one at gunpoint. And so I, started learning from those experiences, learning my lessons, and then I started thinking ahead, and which I really love doing, all about emergency preparedness and thinking ahead. And so that way now I have both my real wallet and I have my decoy wallet. So let me, make an adjustment here real quick. Here's my coat. So if I'm in my car wearing my coat, and I also have, this is for like, fall, winter time when it's colder. I have a lighter, thinner leather coat. Has a bunch of military emblems on either the front and the back area, and but it has the same thing, inner coat pocket right here, where I keep my main primary wallet, you know. So, but then on the chest area here, I keep another leather wallet. This is the decoy. This was it was a wallet at one point in time I was using, and then I went and got a better, newer, more organized wallet. So I use this as a fake wallet. So this can be a little hint, tip, and trick for preparedness for being robbed, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, and just for women have their own little purses and all that kind of stuff. So the thing that I would do is this: I have a real wallet, and then I'm gonna use like an old ID card, old driver's license. That's when I first got a driver's license, Arizona, and all that kind of stuff. And then I use old, like either debit cards, old credit cards, prepaid cards, whatever. Maybe old rewards cards like from Safeway or Fred Meyer's. Do whatever you can to make this look as authentic as humanly possible. I'm having trouble putting it back in there. So now whether they have expiration date on these credit cards and debit cards, but preferably non-expiration date ones that it's 2025 and these things don't expire until 2027, 28, 2029, 2030. So that's the good thing about making a mistake with I thought I lost my wallet, my original, and then 2 hours later I find it. So I don't know why it was over on my futon, buried amongst the pillows in my dining room. When I was making dinner for my mom and threw away something in the garbage, which is right next to the futon, and then I saw something sticking out of the pillows, and it was my original wallet. So I found my original wallet, but I had canceled the debit card, credit cards 2 hours before. So, but by doing that now, I can take all these useless credit cards that have 2027 to 2030 expiration dates, and so they still look like real cards that could be used, but they're all shut down. So then put that in here, make the wallet look, even this decoy wallet is more authentic now, on top of putting a little bit, $5-10 worth of emergency cash of money in there. And then I have to go to using my mom's little prepaid debit card from the government to get her SSI money. I would go to Fred Meyer's, get the money off the card, get money orders, and then come home, digitally scan them with my bank app, upload them, and then once these are now useless, I adjust the address numbers and everything a little bit, and I keep several of those in here as well. Money orders, old money orders that have already been cashed in, and then now I have a more authentic wallet that looks very real with an old ID that, and this ID from Arizona doesn't expire until 2050. So even though it's got the void hole stamp in it. So I'm just trying to make this wallet look as real as humanly possible, with a little bit of emergency cash money and old, a couple 3 to 7 money orders telling them I've just been so busy, and I haven't had time to run to the bank because I don't go to banks. I don't go to physical banks because my bank is either in Colorado Springs or in Texas because mine's an online bank. So I'm going to do everything possible to make this look both tempting and real. So that would be my first thing, is to get yourself a backup decoy wallet, and even for women and all that, and then have a place to be able, when you're carrying your wallet, you have your backup, your decoy, and your primary. And so here's the thing. So now it would be very strange knowing that I'm mainly right-handed, and they could probably see that with me grabbing everything with my right hand. So I need to know that this is my left side, primary right hand is grabbing it, and so that's another thing. It can't make it look like it's very awkward. Why am I putting it over here? That's really awkward. Why am I using my left hand? It's got to be very fluent of what you're doing, how your movements, especially if you're scared or nervous or whatever. So, hey, if I'm primary right-handed, I usually grab things from my left side. So that's why I would want my decoy wallet would be here. And then, of course, in the inner pocket is my primary wallet. That's my real one. So then I can tell police, and be like, yeah, here you go. There's some cash money in there. I have an ID in your head for a debit card. What's your PIN to your to the debit card? Already have an idea of what that 4-digit PIN that you would want to tell them. Not what the real PIN is, but a makeup one. So I know what mine is, but I'm gonna already have an idea of a number in my head. Even when I'm nervous, I can tell them. The PIN is 6869, something like that, or it's 6969, or it's 7070, or something like that. Probably not like 7070 or 6969. Having slightly adjusted numbers where they're not identical, because that's could be a red flag for them if they're smart enough. So it's 4050, it's 7080, something like that. Close but not quite. So I would probably say 69, 60, 68, 69, something like that. Something that flows. A good easy number flows. It's not identical. It's not double numbers, or it's not 88, 88, something like that. So, or all, quadruple sevens or something like that. So there's one idea when it comes to protecting yourselves from being, assaulted, being jumped. They would like feel around. Oh, I feel the wall. It's right here. Instead of deeply in the inner coat pocket area. Be on the side that you're always using your primary hand to grab the other side. Think of if they ask you for the PIN to a debit card or something, already have a number in your head of what you want to tell them and give to them. Let them know there's cash money, there's multiple money orders or checks or something that's been modified. It's already been cashed in and then it's been modified, so it doesn't have your exact address and all that kind of stuff. Modify some numbers, some eights that look like zeros, or fives that look like sixes or something like that. Change up the numbers of the address so the address is modified. They don't come after you because you gave them a decoy wallet. So that is one idea. Another idea for this kind of a thing is within my primary wallet. I have gone on Amazon and I have purchased a couple of these. I gave a couple of them to my brothers as well, of these kind of RFID tag protection cards to prevent someone walking by you with some sort of digital device and scanning by walking by you or getting near you, scanning cards, debit cards, credit cards, whatever, and getting money, stealing money from your accounts. So collecting all your data off your cards because of the RFID chip that's in the credit cards or debit cards. So what I have done is I bought these. This is Tricone, TICONN is the name of it. So there's that. I have 2 of these, and what I have done is I have sandwiched them. So I put them in the back of this side and this side, just like that. And so there's one back here, and there's one back here. And then so when I do this, all my debit and credit cards are, all sandwiched in between 2 different RFID tags that are protecting my debit and credit cards. So that's another thing that I have done to protect myself even more. I bought a few extra, a pack of them, given them to both of my brothers as well. So that's one thing that I've done. Now, as it warms up, of course, I'm not going to be wearing this heavy winter coat, only for like fall and winter. And then once it starts to hit spring, it starts to warm up, and I don't want to wear this heavy coat. So not only do I have a lighter leather jacket, so I have a backup one to switch that has the same thing, inner pocket, outer pocket, and then I would still keep my real wallet and decoy wallet in that coat. If it's really hot though and I don't want to wear any coat at all, I have another possible backup. One second. I went ahead and bought myself one of these. One second. Which is similar to it's a leather kind of like a weapons jacket vest thing, but this one doesn't hold firearms. It holds wallets and smartphones. So I put this on, so it's like a leather phone wallet holster. Okay, it can hold keys. It can hold one side can be a smartphone or it can be a wallet, and the other one's about the same size and all that. So I put a wallet in one of these, and I put a smartphone in one of these, so that way these are holding one of those smartphone and all that. I'm not putting my smartphone or my wallet in my back pants pocket that usually pulls my pants down. So this is where I don't have to wear a jacket at all. I can wear a short sleeve shirt. I can wear something that's breathable, but then I can still carry smartphone and comfortable places and all that. And then what I'd probably do is wearing this primary wallet would be in one of these, and then the decoy would be in my back like pants pocket or something, or one of my primary pockets around my hips and stuff too. So a couple of different ideas of what can one do to make modifications and still do the same thing. So a couple of different ideas for you. The next thing I'm going to go into for fine tuning or reevaluating some financial stuff is has to do with uh, um, it's kind of like refinancing, like kind of like when you refinance an auto loan, you go from say a 600 to a 700 credit score. You already had an auto loan, you were paying a certain amount at a certain APR interest rate. You're like, hey, my credit score went up 50 points, 80 points, 100 points, 150 points over the next year. I would like to, knowing that, I would like to refinance, which is pretty much renegotiate your original auto loan contract in order to go from, say, maybe it was like 20% APR interest to 8% or something like that. If you increased your credit score, kind of thing. So it's what I'm about to go into is very similar to doing the same thing, but when it comes to your medical health. And so, for example, life insurance policy or something along that lines. Um, in this is something I'm learning very recently myself. I've got a life insurance policy through Transamerica, and so I'm putting about $400 a month. Mine account is not just life insurance; it's a savings index fund slash life insurance policy. And so I put $400 a month currently of what I can afford, away. And I thought all 400 was going to the savings index fund, but it wasn't. After a year putting money away, I find out that about out of $400 a month payments, like $233 is going towards the savings index fund. The rest of it, so just under 170 bucks, is like 167 is going towards uh, um, sort of paying for. They're charging me to have the life insurance policy, a term life insurance policy, and then the interest on that charge as well. But see, I have type 2 diabetes. I've had it for the last couple of years. Well, I just found out and let them know, hey, when I first started it at the beginning of 2024, I got a medical evaluation, and then I was at a higher A1C sugar level. Close from it was like high type 2, getting close to type 1. Well, I've been losing weight, eating healthier, going for walks and hiking and losing weight and all this kind of stuff. So my health is getting better. And the last two times I got tested at the labs with the VA, I got like it was like 7.5. Well, 6.5 is pre-diabetic. So I'm like one whole point away from going back from very high end type 2, getting very close to surpassing the threshold to from type 2 to type 1. Now I've been working out, getting healthier. I'm getting close to being pre-diabetic again. So they've told me if you in the future, like this month, the end of March, I get another VA labs done to see where my diabetes, taking my medication, working out, eating healthier, all that. And then where am I at? Am I at 7.4, 7.3, 7.0, 6.9? Am I pre-diabetic again? Am I 6.5? Am I 6.2? Whatever. And pretty much my representative from Transamerica told me if you get below 7.0, so 6.9 or below for an A1C level, send digitally scan that paperwork, show the proof, send it to my representative at Transamerica, and they will upload that to my profile, and they'll do a reevaluation of my medical condition. That even though I'm getting older, I'm getting healthier again, and so then they will do almost like a refinancing reevaluation of my life insurance policy, and out of the $400 that I submit every month, how much of that is going to the actual principal um, savings index fund, and how much of it is going towards the life insurance policy charge and APR interest rate. So they'll probably decrease at least the APR interest rate, uh, and possibly even decrease what am I paying for. And I do know that even though I'll be putting money, they'll be charging me for several years, like 7 to 9 years of decent charges, and then it massively drops. And like I have that, life insurance policy permanently at a tiny little bit, like 5 or 10% of whatever I'm putting away monthly is going towards the charges, and like 95% after several years of being charged is going to go towards the principal of going into the savings index fund. So yeah, by getting better health is very similar to like getting an increased credit score, and where you take that increased credit score and you want to refinance some kind of a loan of some kind to lower your interest rate payments on a loan and stuff. So it's very similar. You get healthier. It's always good to look into this stuff. Keep up to date information. Um, you know, keep whatever agency, whatever financial institution you're going through for just about anything. Keep them updated that your health is getting better, your credit scores are getting better, and by doing so, you will improve your financial situation. You're fine tuning. Oh, I was paying this amount for so long. A good like a 1/3 to 2/3 is going towards interest, and the rest is going towards the principal payment for auto loan, personal loan, mortgage, whatever. Oh, by constantly fine tuning, increasing my credit scores and bettering my health, depending on the agency that you're dealing with, submit that, hey, credit scores are going up. Hey, your health is improving, and you're even though you're getting older and everything, you're getting in better shape, and your A1C levels coming down, type 2 to pre-diabetic. So you're improving and you're losing weight, and maybe you were 400 pounds, now you're 300, now you're 200, now you're 180. And all this kind of stuff constantly show that you're improving every aspect of your life, health and financial wise, dealing with credit, and then it will help you save money, fine tune everything, and lower payments, or more money is going towards principal instead of interest payments. So that's the second thing that I wanted to go over. The other thing is kind of unique, and it's from a website that I'm going to show you. I'll grab the phone and show you here and go through it. It's called missingmoney.com. And what this is, I found this about 2 to 3 years ago. And it's a very simple thing. You plug in like your last name and the first name, and if you want a little bit more detailed information with your first name, you plug in your middle initial as well, and then it will start to pull up information on, and whether you do this once a year, every 2 to 3 years, and you find out if some kind of agency, whether it's the government, it's a bank, it's a maintenance service place, it's a financial advisor kind of place like Northwest Mutual or something that you went through. If at any point in time anybody out there, whether it be the government or some kind of business or agency, overcharged you for something, for maintenance services on your vehicle, you did some road trip traveling and like easy pass tolls, and they overcharged you, and they do some sort of accounting at the end of each year, and they find out that oh, we overcharged in insurance from a bank, we overcharged at Hyundai maintenance service place, or with your bank overcharged you for insurance, and they were audited and they discovered this, and so somebody owes you some money from somewhere. This is a good way to look up your name, or even siblings, or even parents or grandparents, especially if they're deceased, and try to claim um, and it'll say what agency, what business agency is it for, where are they located. It'll say, like under it might have a specific dollar amount of how much. 2 or 3 years ago when I first found it, it was like $60. I think my bank owned me, so I claimed it and they got submitted. And now when I pull up my name on this website just recently, there are several things that show. Things from Charles Schwab and things from my bank, and there's multiple different things that I can claim. But then I've been finding some other interesting things. There's some things that from a like a New York life insurance policy, but all it has is my last name. It has no first name, no middle initial. So I can instead of hitting the claim button, I hit the info button, go to the proper website where this life insurance policy is, and try to get more information and find out, am I actually related? Is it something from my because my dad has something in there, and I think it's from a life insurance policy that no one claimed. It could be a couple of dollars. It could be tens of dollars, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands. Who freaking knows? So we've got to do a little research, a little digging, playing with the website, connecting to another website. You need information, and you might need to collect some documentation as well for evidence proof. Because whether if it's not you and you're like, I'm the individual, I'm the owner, I am this person. But if it's you are the heir to you're either the child heir to the parent who passed away, and some agency owed them money, and you want to claim it, or maybe or grandparent even, if grandparents and parents are like dead, and you're so you're the grandchild of the grandparent, and then you're going to need all the paperwork to submit, whether it might be birth certificate, death certificate, and then for you, your father, and then your grandparents, showing the lineage connection, how it all matches up, and like, yep, you are this person, and um, your parents, who are the children of your grandparents, they're all deceased, so it now goes to the grandchildren. So it's a good way, whether you do this once a year or every 2 to 3 years. I think it was about a little over 2 years ago that I did this. I took a snapshot of the website on my phone, was cleaning out my phone of pictures and stuff, and I found it and like, oh yeah, there's that website. It's been a couple of years. Let me look it up, and I'm finding things on that several different agencies owe me a little bit of money for different things. It could say exact dollar amount. It could say under 25, over 25, between 50 and 100, under 100, or over 100. It can give little tidbits, and so that's what I'm going to show. So let me grab the phone and show you on my TV that my computer's hooked up to, and then we'll log in and all this other kind of stuff. How does it work? I already pre-tested it out with like a 2 cent thing, filing a claim. So then I'm going to do one of the other ones and sort of go through the process with you guys, so you know, and you can check out this missingmoney.com thing to see if there's any kind of business or agency that owes you money as well. So all right, so here we go, missing money. Have my middle initial with the first name as well. Verify that you're not a robot, so a little pop-up will happen. And then now, turn of 1,000 unclaimed properties. A lot of people with my last name. So you can go down further. Other than Christopher, there's Christopher M. That's not me. I'm Christopher W. Christopher D. So Chris Wanamaker, Christine. These will have co-owner. So for this one, I don't know who Annie Wanamaker is. Something with Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance from Haverton, Pennsylvania. And then this claim is for an amount under $100, but that's not me. So, Christopher, this is me. This is me, because I lived in Colorado Springs for multiple years, out of Fort Carson and Colorado Springs. Went up to Denver multiple times being a Lyft driver. Also dealt with Northwest Mutual back in Colorado Springs. So these top three are probably me. Um, so let's do this one here. Charles Schwab and Company, Denver, Colorado, $39.89. So this is me. Let's claim it. After I've claimed it, let's view claim properties. Click this button. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and claim this one too. I already claimed this one a little while ago, so I'm good there. Your claim properties, okay. So it's sort of like a review of what you've done, what you've clicked and wanted to try to claim. I am the owner. I am the owner. The other options are business open, business closed, probate open or active, probate closed. An heir. So this would be if I'm trying to claim something from my dad or grandfather or something like that that I've seen in there too for different things. Legal representative, a trust or levy. So I am the owner for these ones. File claim. Have to put in some basic information. Date of birth. Month. Day. Year. All that has the email already populated, all that. Can't have commas and stuff in here. So I'll delete that. Punch in my social or tax ID. Not going to say what it is. And then all that. Good. And then next. The one address I entered, the address that it suggests, it was suggest because it's adding a little bit more detail in the zip code. Then it's, under penalty of perjury kind of thing. Got to click on that. Got to put in first and last name. Sorry, your digital signature. Verify all your information. And then hit submit. Then you'll get an email in your primary email on all this information. Your claim has been successfully submitted. Please check your email for further instructions on how to proceed with your claim to visit the state's official unclaimed property website. And so what that will look like, since this is like the Denver, Colorado one, whatever the company is, that you're getting this money from, you click on these Colorado unclaimed property website. We have returned millions in unclaimed property. So if some agency, some business, the government itself, you have some kind of unclaimed property, you paid too much in taxes and they didn't give it to you, you got stashed somewhere, here's another route you can go to this website, themissingmoney.com, to try to discover for you, parents, grandparents, deceased siblings, or whatever, you let other family members know. Like there's something in there about my grandpa, so I let my aunt know. She's not interested in it because it's like under $50. And then so I might have to get some paperwork together to so that my grandfather's deceased, my dad's deceased. I'm the next of kin, kind of a thing. I'm the child or grandchild. I'm the heir to this inheritance of this unclaimed money. And then once I get the emails and submit the evidence proof, whatever they need, then they'll cut me a check and send it to me. So I did something like this 2 years ago and got like $60 from my bank. So here's a great way to find unclaimed money is this website, missingmoney.com. And then put in your information and try to, some of it you might have to do a little homework and a little research. So now I got, about 50 to $60 coming my way, here in the near future. So this is like nearly $40 and then something under 25. So, $50, $60 worth. So that's pretty cool. So, and I hope you've enjoyed this little new hints, tips, and tricks for financial literacy on how to fine tune or reevaluate certain other little areas of your financial household and your financial environment, to be aware of certain things, of how to either protect your money from if you get robbed by gunpoint or whatever, or someone's walking by you with a scanner and scans your credit cards and debit cards and protect your digital data, protect your wallet, and how to fine tune, medical reevaluation, and fine tune your financial investments, and then how to look up unclaimed money, whether it be once a year to every couple of years, digging in, both name and location for you and distant relatives that have possibly passed away. And you could let your siblings know if you see something in there with their names, and then they can look it up, and then do the same process, and they get some unclaimed money, little extra like extra tax tax refund in a way, of hidden money that agencies of the government, knew about, but you didn't know about. So that's all I have. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you take interest in it, and you keep improving your personal financial household environment and situation, and just keep doing better and better for yourself. That's what these videos are all about. Like sharing my knowledge and experience to help other people. I've got several other financial literacy advice videos on specifically credit cards, credit scores, how to fine tune your what you're paying for your auto insurance, how to fight against if you went through unemployment at one time and they are trying to come after you for unemployment overpayment amount, like where they overpaid you for many weeks to months, and now they're asking for a bunch of money back. How to save money in water, heating, garbage, electricity, all that kind of stuff. The utility bill life hack video. A variety of ways of how to constantly keep digging deeper and deeper into the more details of the tips for your personal household when it comes to financial literacy, how to constantly keep fine tuning it and keep improving it. That's what these videos are for. So that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like, hit subscribe, make any comments, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, yeah, you guys have a good day, and have a good upcoming spring. All right, bye.